Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Valeria and in this video we are going to do something different from what I've been doing lately. So I want to do a collective reading in this video. So this reading will cover the upcoming months, like 3 to 4 months I have the idea, and I wanted to cover any area of our lives, like anything that needs to pop up. So I will first be shuffling cards and doing a live shuffling reading for the collective, and then at the end of that collective reading there will be a short pick a card for you guys, get more specific messages for you, so stay tuned for that. So let's first off start with the collective reading. Now I always like to start off with the tarot to get a more general vibe of what is going on and what's going to happen. So like I said, I want to not really focus on one thing in particular, but I just want to see whatever comes up for us that needs to be important, because I feel that we've been going through a very big transformation for the past year actually, but I especially feel like the past couple of months also have been very transformative and very important for us. So we have the Three of Swords, we have the the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. So with the Three of Swords, we have been through a lot of heartbreak, and for everyone that is different. It could have been heartbreak when it comes to relationships, people that we had to say goodbye to, people that we lost because they passed away because of whatever circumstances. And we have learned how to face all those challenges and overcome those challenges with the Queen of Wands. So there has been a lot of adversity in our lives, but we are now taught to overcome those things. So I see that in the future, like in the near future for you guys, whatever challenge is going to come, whether that is related to the pandemic or not, like you will overcome this. You will overcome all the difficulties. Also, if these are, if there's something that has been bothering you for a while, that has been dragging onward for some time, I see that you will overcome it. And after you overcome it, it's ended. It's done. Like the lesson is learned, the cycle has ended, and there is no need to repeat that anymore. And I see that we will be looking back on, all the difficulties that we have faced and really see, finally see the growth that we've been through, all the strength that we have gathered over these past couple of months, over the past year. We've really been in this, vibration and this vibe of taking a step back and really observing our lives, really think about, what am I doing? Is this what I want to be doing in this lifetime? The whole quarantine and such has given us the opportunity to take a step back, and this is probably not the first time that you've heard it, that you've heard this message, but I see that in the coming months we will be really looking back at ourselves, at our past selves, and really be able to confirm that yes, indeed, we've grown so much. And because we have taken the time to step back and to look at ourselves, we are now ready for something new. We even have the Fool card, so new beginnings, new blessings. I see for a lot of you guys that there are a lot of new opportunities coming in when it comes to career and job related stuff, when it comes to your home, perhaps you are finally relocating, you're finally moving to another country, you're finally starting to live on your own or move in with someone else, you're finally buying the things that you want to, the clothes that you want to, you're finally getting a pet is what I'm hearing for some of you guys. Or it could be just in general that you finally have that feeling of freedom. Maybe there isn't something specifically that changed in your environment, but I see for some of you guys that you will be really free. You will be really feeling free. And I feel for those of you who really resonate with that, I already have the feeling that you will also resonate with the messages that will come out for pile number 4 for the small pick a card reading that I will be doing at the end. So, you know, that is just a small message to keep that in mind, that once you are picking the groups, then it's very likely that pile number 4 will also resonate with you guys, like the ones that resonate with the whole freedom thing. Freedom when it comes to your mind, basically. And I see that we are becoming more open-minded, especially after, you know, all this quarantine. We have had to spend time inside. And I remember very well that it was last year when suddenly everyone had to like work from home, or you simply couldn't go to work anymore. And all the roads, they were empty, and there were like animals crossing the street. Like I think in even some big cities there were like these wild animals walking through the center. Well, usually it would be so busy with people, but now there were animals walking around there. And because we saw that, we finally see what kind of effect we have on the ecosystem, what a huge pressure we have on the ecosystem and on nature. And I see for many of you guys, like seeing that and coming to the realization of that, that you have turned things around. So you could have been starting to care more about the environment in general, or perhaps you're cleaning up plastic, or you are taking care of animals, you are taking care of children who like couldn't go to school anymore, or you started organizing activities for elderly people who also couldn't see their family anymore, the ones that were like, you know, feeling lonely and such. And I see that this has made such a big turnaround for you guys, and it has had such a beautiful result, and you will be seeing that as well. You will start to recognize that. So we have the card Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Exactly. There have been lessons unfolding for us. There were things that we needed to see, that we needed to realize about how we were treating ourselves, treating each other, and treating the earth as well. And finally, I feel like that the universe, like the divine, has stepped in and has given, like, has shown us this, like, this is what you have been doing to yourselves. Like, you're not only polluting the environment, but you're also polluting your own lives and your own energy by this. And I see that you guys you've been cleaning up, basically, whether that is in your environment, if it's in nature, or if it's in your energy, or if it's all of those things. I see that you have been creating order in your life, and by creating order in your environment, I see that you will receive that back as in the form of some type of blessing. You will find order again in your own life. So whether that excuse me, if that comes to relationships, or when it comes to a job or a housing situation, like I said before, fit it however it needs to fit. And I see that for many of us, something is going to unfold for us and show us the different perspective again. That first we were living a certain way, we have been shown exactly how we have been living, what kind of effects it has, and now we have been looking for an alternative, and now finally we will be able to put that alternative into work and see that it actually works. We also have the card Life Force. Express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this is a card it's about nature. This is a Celtic nature god. I think it's even like the Celtic nature god that represents also fertility and also indeed sensual and sexual energies. So I see we've been coming much closer to ourselves and to nature. We have been bringing our own energy and nature's energy more together and finding a way to balance that. And even though that is not, it's not perfect yet, we haven't found that perfect balance between like humans, nature, and humans, technology, and nature. But I see that we will definitely start to learn those things, because now we are aware of how we are affecting the environment and nature, and because of that we are able to see solutions and alternatives for that, and we will definitely find them, because whatever you look for, whatever you seek, you will find. We have the card, all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So for some of you guys, you are no longer listening to the authority, whether that is, any type of figure of authority, whether that is your parents, your boss, even if it's the government or like the company that you work for. There is some type of authority there. Like, you are no longer listening to what the mass or what like the figure of authority is saying, because you are finally following your own intuition and following your own path, because you recognize that your path is different from the path that was laid out for you by these figures of authority. We also have the card Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study higher learning. So for many of you guys, I feel that during this time, for like the past year, studying, like studies in general, has been a point of struggle and challenge, because it indeed has been very difficult, because some people couldn't go to school and we had to learn through online methods, and that of course did also not always work. There have been a lot of people complaining that the level of education that they were receiving was not okay. There were a lot of people who missed out on certain things that, for example, are associated with graduation. And I feel like a lot of you have been missing out on things, or you felt like you have been missing out on things. But the message with this is that it's a different time right now. We are going into a different time when things need to be done differently. And you guys who struggled with this, you are supposed to see through this that we should start doing things differently, but more importantly that it is possible to do things differently. And now I'm not saying that whatever you missed out on, is bad, like the things that you couldn't do are bad things, but what I am saying is that this has provided you with some type of other perspective, and for you to understand, first of all, perhaps how important those things are indeed, or maybe even that those things aren't that important at all. And like I said, you will use that perspective to create a better situation for the future generations, for the people that will graduate after you, the people that will go to school after you. And again, this might be a path that is unusual, or that is not considered as good or as acceptable by any form of authority. But again, times are changing. We need to look at things from a different perspective. We have the perspective card here. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Again, this is all just a change in perspective. And of course, it can be very sad, and you can be disappointed that you missed out on stuff, even if it comes to job opportunities and such. But just please remember to also look at it from a different perspective, from a different side. Like, this was supposed to teach you a lesson that there are multiple paths who can lead to the same thing, and that doesn't mean that one path is the right path or is the correct path and the other path is the wrong path or a bad path. Even if the government or an authority indicates, like, path A is good, path B is bad. No, like, don't listen to that anymore. Times are changing. We are living in different times right now. And for that, we need people with a different vision. We need people who can see things from a different perspective and who can understand things in the way that the people who are in charge and who are in power right now do not. We have phases and cycles. There is a new beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Exactly. We are starting to see the things that were false, the things that people told us that were not true and that did not serve us and that did not help us. Like all the things that these figures of authority told us. Perhaps they only told us that because they wanted that power, they wanted that money, they wanted people to believe in them. But we should start thinking for ourselves. We should become a independent society. Like we decide what our path is and we decide whether we walk that or not. And it's no longer up to the people who are higher up and who have always had that control over us. No, now we get to decide it ourselves. We also have the card Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So those people who, those figures of authorities, they have had certain visions which we no longer resonate with, which is okay. Like this card is telling us those people have a different vision because they grew up in different times with different ideas in different societies. But now it is time to move into something else. But again, it does not mean that those people were wrong. It doesn't mean that one path or one idea is wrong. What is important to know is that everyone has their own truth and everyone should be free in deciding what their truth is and whether they want to follow it or not. So whoever these people are that you feel have been oppressing or suppressing you, forgive them, because they do not know any better. Like perhaps they cannot understand you. They cannot understand us, but that doesn't mean that they are bad people. It's just that they do not get this different perspective. So just let them go and forgive them, or more like, don't cling on to them too much. If there is someone who disagrees with you and they are not open-minded enough to see things from your perspective, just let them go, because you are not going to be able to convince them. I have learned that with people who are narrow-minded or who are not so open-minded, you cannot convince them. You do not have that power. The only thing that you can do is to express yourself in the most authentic and beautiful and loving way as possible, and then perhaps try to inspire them to think twice about what they are doing and what they are thinking. Okay, those were some very powerful messages. Let's see what the angels have to tell us. I feel that there is, again, some moment of change coming to us. But we have the card Waite, so indeed it will take a little time before we will start to see results in our physical reality. It will not come all at once, but that is because change takes time, and we do live in a world which is ruled by time and by space. So it's not like everything happens in an instant, but there is opportunity ahead for all of us. There is abundance because we are starting to see things from a different perspective, in a different way. And we have learned that now. And by putting all that we have learned into practice, we create these opportunities. We have created the opportunities for yourself. So I think I already said this, but for all of us, there are new things coming into our life, new blessings, new gifts, because we have gained a different perspective. And we even have the success card, which is absolutely beautiful. There will be success for all of us. We are blessed. We are blessed by the angels. We're gaining all this momentum. We're having all these opportunities come to us, and it will be so beautiful, and we will be so happy with it. And I feel for most of us, we've been feeling down a little bit, but once this opportunity like comes, it comes into our lives, we will be so surprised with how much positive energy it will bring us, because we've been feeling down so lately. And suddenly there is this whole other type of vibration coming into our lives, and we're like, whoa, I forgot how good this feels. So as last cards, I want to pull some from the Oracle of the Mermaids, see what kind of wisdom and insight they have, and then we will move on to the small pick of cards. So we have the card, the Unseen. Too much is hidden for you. And I think this works very well with the Waite card. There are certain things that still need to play out, that still need to change. So we need to wait a little bit longer before we can really see the changes and the opportunities coming to us. But the universe is telling us to be patient. There is a lot coming that we are not seeing yet because we simply cannot see it. We do not expect it. We do not expect, we cannot even begin to comprehend what this like new cycle, what this renewal will bring us. We have the card Time and Tide, Oceanic Spells and Rituals. So everything has its own time. There is divine timing going on here. Just like with the tide, just like with the seasons, there is a time for everything. It is a cycle, and we are now close to closing this cycle. And I feel for whatever reason that in the past there has been a cycle similar to this, which after we close that cycle, we as like humanity in general, we have really gained so much momentum and growth after that. And I don't know like what time period that could have been, but I just feel like there was a time in the past when we went through something similar, and this is also like how it happened in the past. Like, it will bring us renewal, it will bring us more insights, a new perspective, and a lot of new information and knowledge. And I especially feel like it's going to be a spiritual revolution, or for you guys who are consider yourself spiritual, like whatever that means for you, it's especially going to be powerful for you guys, because you are going to feel it and you are going to sense it more than anyone else. We also have the card The Mirror, knowing thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. So I see that this cycle will be ended exactly the same way as it began. So in the beginning of this cycle, we finally had the time to reflect on ourselves. We did not just have the time, we were forced. We were forced to look at ourselves and the way we were living and what we were living for. And I see that this cycle will be closed with exactly the same thoughts. But now it will be like, oh, this is now who I am. This is now how I stand for, what I stand for. And this is how I'm going to continue. And at the back of the deck, we have the card 33, and I saw this is 21, which also adds up to 3. So 3 is the number of the Ascended Masters and of the Archangels. So I feel that they are very close to us, to you guys who are watching this reading. So this is the card Experiments, Manipulation of Nature, Forcing Change, Cruelty in the Pursuit of Knowledge, Arrogance. So I feel like this is the energy that we were in a little over a year, well, more than a year ago actually, and we were letting other people manipulate us and control us in whatever way that resonates for you guys. Of course, this is a general reading, But now we are finally recognizing those people and what they have been doing to us. And because we are now aware of them, we are able to say no, and we are able to set up those boundaries and say that there is, yes, technology and gaining of knowledge is very good, but we have now also seen that it comes at a price, and not every price is worth paying, basically. There are other things that also matter to us. So you guys, that was the collective reading. I will be cleaning all these cards up, and then I will show you the 4 different groups for the pick a card. So here we have the 4 groups. For group number 1, pile number 1, we have this deck with the rose quartz. Then for group number 2, we have this deck with the labradorite. For group number 3, we have this deck with the little laughing Buddha. And for group number 4, we have this deck with the seashell. So go ahead and take your time. You can pause the video if you need to, and pick your group. I will give you some time to focus and to meditate in case you want to. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's start shuffling your cards. So I already feel for you guys, also because you chose group number 1, you chose the 1. You are a leader. You are someone who takes the lead. You are someone who has new ideas and also brings them into life. We even have the Ace of Materials, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So that's again a 1. You could also be life path number 1. What else is there? I think soul urge number. Or you could just resonate with number 1 a lot. But I see that you are a natural leader. We also have the 2 of Materials, so the 2 of Pentacles. So again, you are someone who has very grounded ideas, and you're also able to put them into practice. You are able to bring them into reality, basically. But I also see that you sometimes have quite a lot of ideas and you don't know really what to do with them or how to handle them, and in that way you're kind of juggling between 2 or even multiple things. And because you are juggling and you're doubting and you're worrying a little bit, you lose some time, basically. So you are focused so much on juggling that you just forget to do something with your ideas, and then, you know, some time has passed and you still haven't done anything to bring these ideas into life. So it's very understandable if you want to do multiple things, you have multiple dreams and ideas, but I think it's for you also very important, in order to bring these things into life, to just choose something and just to go for something. We also have the 3 of Inspiration, which is a 3 of Wands. So you could indeed be someone who is easily inspired or is easily to find inspiration in certain things, and you have all these visions and ideas of what you want to do with it, but again, you don't really know how to take that next step to put that into reality and how to do something with the ideas that you have. We also have the Hierophant, the Knight of Inspiration, and the Priestess. So the cards are telling you to take some time to really think about what you want. Like, what idea do you want to focus on? Which dream do you want to make come true first? What do you want to focus on first? And I see that there is no wrong answer. It's not that if you choose one that you will regret that because you had to choose 2. And I see that you will be prosperous whatever you choose. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So especially if this is related to a business or to a career in general, I see that the choice, whatever choice you make, it will be like the right one. You will earn enough money. I see just abundance in your finances. And there's nothing to worry about in that regard. And after you have decided to pursue one thing, you can later start to pursue the other thing. It's not just because you chose one thing that you have to give up the other. It's just that you have to know that you can't do everything at the same time. You know, if you are doing, even if you're doing two things at the same time, it will take longer to master like that one skill or achieve that one goal than if you would only pick one thing. So the next cards that we have is the Ten of Emotions, which is the Ten of Cups. This is very, very beautiful. So I see that you will also find emotional fulfillment once you choose to go for one or the other idea. There is financial abundance, there is emotional abundance going on for you guys. Then we have the Three of Voices, with it, which is the Three of Swords, which also came out in the collective reading. So for you guys, what I'm picking up is that you might have lost something in the past. I feel that is especially likely when it comes to finances or when it comes to a job. You could have lost your job due to the pandemic and the quarantine, and you have been struggling to find another job that really fits you. I apologize for the light. So I was saying that the pandemic could have had a bad influence on your career, on your job, on your finances, and you were really struggling to find something that you really like. Like, you might be in a job right now that you don't like that much, or you don't earn that much, or it's just something where you're not, it's just something that you're not passionate about. So you've been searching for something that indeed, where your passion lies. So perhaps you are doubting between like the job that you have right now and like the job that you want to pursue, but you haven't really come to the decision yet. But like I said, there is abundance for you guys. It's there. We also have the Page of Inspiration. So also when it comes to creative endeavors, like painting and music and such things, but also like fashion, or if you're some type of web designer, you know, those kind of things, they could also be something for you. Like, you could also find your passion in that. And in addition to that, it's also totally fine for you to have this one job with which you make the most money, and then you have this other creative endeavor that earns you just a little bit. So in that way, you can indeed choose two things, but it is important that to gain that stability, you first need to put one of your ideas into practice and into reality, basically. Because if you're going to keep juggling, then nothing is going, or it's not like nothing is going to come to fruition, but it's going to take longer than it actually should, than it could. So group number 1, that was your short reading. I hope it resonated for you guys. I hope you also enjoyed the collective reading. Let me know what you think, if you like this, you know, kind of concept, and if you want to see more readings like this. If you like this video, you can leave a like. Again, you can comment what you think and subscribe to this channel in case you want to see more videos like this. So then perhaps I will see you in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's get right into it. I feel like you are a very fiery and passionate person, and for some of you, you might also be very passionate about like politics or about the situation in your country or like in the world, like in general. we have the Ace of Cups, and it's funny because the Ace of Pentacles came actually out in group number 1. So we have 2 groups where the first card is an ace. So again, confirmation of new beginnings for us. And with this card, like, look at her face. She is so determined. She is like, she knows exactly what she's going to do, and she knows that she's going to succeed. And I see that's the same for you guys. Like, you have this very strong vision and this very strong opinion. And I'm not trying to say that you are so strongly opinionated that you want everyone to think the same way, but I see that you just have a very clear vision of what you believe in and what you think is correct and is the truth. And you feel that the people who are in charge, like around you, like your superiors, whether that's a boss or, like, again, a figure of authority, you feel like they don't really get the full picture and really don't understand what, like, the common folk is thinking. We have the Six of Swords. So I see for you guys that you are also doing some type of volunteering or some kind of charity work, and you're helping people who are really struggling, like whether that is related to the pandemic or not. But I see that you are helping people who don't have that much money to spend, people who are feeling lonely, people who don't have anywhere to go or have no ways to protect themselves, and you are really helping them. And this, you know, seeing those people struggling, it only makes your opinion, like, stronger. It's only, like, proving to yourself more and more that you are right, that the people who are in charge, they either do not know what the common folk is going through, or that they don't care about that, and that fires you up. Basically, you really see all this injustice in the world, and you cannot understand how the people who, you know, the people of authority, how they are not doing anything, and they're not even struggling. Like, they are not even bothered by the situation that their people are in. So we also have the Ace of Wands. So I can see that you are doing something with a very passionate heart, and you are creating it for other people. Because we also have the Knight of Cups. So you are doing something for other people to make them happier, to make them live a healthier or a better life. And you just wish that there were more people who also saw it your way. We also have the Ace of Cups. And we have Justice. Again, Justice. You could be a Libra, but that doesn't have to be. But you just have this very strong feeling of justice and of injustice. And also with the Page of Cups card, there are a lot of coins on here. So I feel like you have a lot of coins, like a lot of money or just materials to spend on other people. So you could be wealthy, but you don't have to be. I'm just seeing that you have a lot of money to spend, or that you want to spend money on, like, other people, to help other people. So you could be a minimalist, or you could just not need that much for yourself and not have to spend that much money on yourself, and because of that you get to spend it on other people, which is very beautiful. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and with this card I feel like you are setting up something, like a business or a community center, or just a place where people can meet and share their story. It could also be a platform on, like, social media, but I see that you are creating something for people who are struggling, and because these people now come together on your platform or in your community, they receive strength from that. Not only do they receive strength from you because they see you as some type of angel that is saving them, but they also find, like, comfort in other people who are in the same situation as they are, We also have the card Judgment. So I feel like you have a very strong or a very important life purpose, and I think you are totally coming into that. I think that what you are doing for people is only the very beginning. The platform that you are creating or that you have, it will become so much bigger and so much meaningful, and I see that it might even turn into something else than it was initially meant for. We have the Seven of Cups, so yes, there could be many opportunities lining up for you. So if you indeed start off a platform just for people to share however they are doing, I see that it will turn into so much bigger, something much bigger and something different. We also have 2 sevens here, so sevens could be very important for you guys. You could be life path number 7, which is the most spiritual life path of all, and 7 is the most spiritual number, so you are definitely on a spiritual path. And I see that you are just starting on your soul purpose, on your soul path, your purpose the path of your purpose. And then we also have the 8 of Pentacles. So indeed, you are building something. You could actually be physically building something. You could build a school for people or a place for people to stay. Again, a community center could be something like this. But I see that there's also in the physical something going on. And again, I see money for you guys. I don't know if you are indeed that wealthy. If not, I definitely see that you will be provided for, whatever the situation is, because the universe is there and has your back, because you are following your life's purpose. You are following your path. And at the back of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. And look at all these people that are backing this woman up. They have her back. They are there. That is what the universe is doing for you. It's giving you, it's providing you with opportunities and with people actually coming into your life, which can help you, and which can help you make your dreams and your vision come true. So group number 2, that is what I am seeing for you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you. I also hope that you like the concept of this reading. If you are interested in more general readings like this, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, you can also give a like. You can subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and then perhaps we will see each other in the next video. Bye guys! Hello group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful little laughing Buddha, so I feel like you are a very peaceful person. You are someone who is able to resolve discussions, and even when you yourself are overthinking or having trouble with something, I feel like you are your own peacemaker and your own motivator. Basically, you have a very strong emotional core because you are able to motivate yourself, and in a way you also motivate others. But I see that you more do that, you inspire and motivate others because they see that you motivate yourself, basically. We have the card the 4 of Cups. So I see that you have been feeling a little lonely. You have been longing for some companionship, and you've missed all the social gatherings and parties, or just the casual talking with friends, or going out into the city or going shopping. I see that the quarantine and such has been really hard on you, but that in a way that has actually guided you and helped you to find that inner peace. We also have the 7 of Swords. So over the past year, I feel like you have been treated unfairly. Like at first, people were treating you unfairly, and then after you you isolated yourself, you started to treat yourself just as badly. Like you weren't too kind on yourself. But at one point you did realize, like, why am I self-sabotaging myself? Why am I talking like that to myself? And I see that the quarantine has really provided you with that perspective, basically. So we also have the card, the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands in the traditional tarot is a card about friendly fights, but also like petty fights. So I feel when it comes to you and your friends, you might have started to, like, you no longer resonate with each other. You no longer vibe that well with each other anymore because of everything that you have, like all of you have gone through the past year, or the past like 1.5 years. And you see that the people that you used to miss so much now have also evolved and changed into other people, and now you feel like you are, like I said, you're no longer resonating with them anymore. And I see that instead of you feeling so down about it or letting it drag you down so much, you decided to see the positive side of things. So we have the Seven of Wands. So there was adversity, like in your surroundings, in your situation, likely with your friends and also with yourself, but you decided to pick yourself up. Like, again, what I was channeling before, you decided to motivate yourself, and you told yourself, like, this is not who I am, this is not how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to love myself and not let those little, negative thoughts or those self-doubts or those fears like drag me down. We also have the Temperance card, so I feel like you have come to a very beautiful resolution. Like, you've come into balance with who you are. Like, look at the change in color here. We go from blue to yellow, and then we have a combination of red and yellow and some pink. So in a way, you have really evolved and you have really transformed. And I see that that is what has happened during the past year. And you are now even able to look back at yourself and think, like, was that really me like 1 year ago? Was I really like that? Because I'm so different right now. And I see that there is just complete harmony. Like, you are completely okay with that. I sometimes experience that when people change, or when people are faced with change, they are scared of it. And once they have realized that they have changed indeed due to the circumstances, they are also scared because of that. Like, they are suddenly someone else. They're a different person from who they used to be. They might have different beliefs, different values, different ideas, and they kind of start to long or like mourn the person that you used to be. But you are not like that. Like, you are totally okay with that. You had to let your past self go. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. So you saw that it was time to let go, and you did not resist the change. We also have the Three of Swords, which also came up in the general reading. So you have overcome this heartache and this pain. And the funny thing about this card in this deck is, like, if you know, like, it looks pretty similar to the traditional Rider-Waite. Like, the imagery is like a heart with 3 swords, but for some reason in this deck, when this card pops up, I always get the feeling that, like, the vibe is completely different. Like, the vibe is like, yes, I am hurt. Yes, people have hurt me and I've made mistakes and I've had challenges, but I'm still here. Like, I'm still here. Maybe it's because the swords in this card do not completely pierce through the heart. And in that way, it's speaking to me like I have, you know, all these swords stabbing me in the heart, but like they don't pierce through. Like, I am still here. I am still continuing on. I'm still struggling on, but I'm completely fine. And I feel like you were in this mindset when you overcame like this struggle. So I see for you guys that the transformation was, it was either very comfortable or it was just a little bit uncomfortable, and you actually prefer the way that you are now, or the way that you see the world and understand the world right now compared to how you did like a year ago or 2 years ago. We also have 2 cards with angels. So I feel for you guys that you could be very close to angels. In Temperance is actually Archangel Michael who is depicted there. So you could, you know, feel a connection to Archangel Michael, or he could just be close to you during this period, or it's just angels in general. But I feel like you are really connected to them in a way that you might not understand, like completely understand yet, or completely know yet, but I see that they are like connected to you, like regardless. So in case you already had that, you already intuitively felt like you had some connection to angels or spirit guides or light beings in general, this is a confirmation. And if you want to know more, or if you want to connect to them more, then this is definitely an encouragement to do so. Next up we have the card, the Page of Cups, which is very beautiful. And I want to compare these 2 cards because here, first in the Four of Cups, we see you sitting kind of being sorrowful and thinking over the things that you have lost and you no longer have. But now you are here in the Page of Cups. You not only have moved on to the Page of Cups, but you also seem a lot more confident and a lot more yourself here. So what I'm seeing in this card, that like this house is yours, the dog is yours, and you don't necessarily have to have a house or a dog, but what I'm trying to say is that you have found stability in your own life, like in yourself. You have found that confidence in yourself, and you have moved beyond your doubts and your fears and your challenges, and you have overcome everything. And we even have the Eight of Wands. So again, this talks about movement. It talks about the challenges that you have overcome. And I see that in the future you will continue to overcome those things, or you will overcome more things basically, and you will learn more things, and you will be fine with that because you have done this before. And as the last card, we have the Four of Pentacles. So we have 2 fours now. And this is beautiful to like end the reading with, because we started with a 4 and now we also end with a 4. So this card is telling you guys, like, look at the imagery. Like, this really reminds me of Rapunzel when she's locked up in the tower. And this card encourages you to come out of your tower and come out of your shell and start to share your story with people, whether that is on social media or like in the physical, again with people. But start looking for your type of people, start looking for your soul tribe, start putting yourself out there and chasing your dreams. And I also noticed that you have 2 sevens here. So we have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So also 7 could be a significant number for you. 7 is also the most spiritual number that there is. So the message that comes through is that you are on a spiritual path, whether you like realize it or not, and you have been it for have been on it for quite some time. And I think that if you now look back on yourself from like a year or two ago, you are totally amazed about how much you have grown and you have changed. So palm number 3, that was your reading. I hope this resonated for you. I also hope that you like the concept of this reading with like the general collective reading. In case you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. And also if you did not like it, it's completely fine to share your opinion. So leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more readings like this, and then perhaps I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the beautiful shell, and let's start shuffling. So what I am already picking up is that you are a very good manifester. You completely like understand the way that the law of attraction works and how energy works in general, and you are able to put that into practice in real life. We have the 3 of Cups for you. So I see that you are a people person, basically. Maybe also like a people pleaser for some of you guys. But I also see that during the quarantine, you have really found yourself and found a way to be alone with yourself, or more like to be together with yourself. So we have next the 3 of Pentacles, so we have another 3. So we have 33. 3 could be your life path number. You could be seeing a lot of 3s, or it could have some specific message or like meaning for you. We also have the Knight of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, which also came out in group number 1. We have the Sun, the 8 of Cups as well. We also have the Lover's card, the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, so that's another 2, so 2 could also be a significant number for you. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and also the Knight of Wands. So let's put that up here. So the message that I'm picking up is quite specific. So for some of you guys, I feel like this is love related. For others of you who do not resonate with that, I feel like it has to do with some type of decision that you have to make, like an important decision when it comes to a job. And for some of you guys, I even feel like it's a combination of the two. I feel like you are about to make a decision between love and between a job, or that you are struggling to find a balance or like a compromise between the two. So if you do resonate with that, like I said, it's a pretty specific message, but I see that there is someone that you want to make an offer to, likely a love offer, and you are very much excited about this. You see this person as the Queen of Pentacles, so again, this could also be a business partner. And the Queen of Pentacles also actually came out in group number 1, so in case you were doubting between group number 1 and group number 4, you can, if you still want to, you can also go back to group number 1 and watch it again, or perhaps you have already watched group number 1. If you did, then this is only like the confirmation for you guys. So as I was saying, this Queen of Pentacles could be a love interest, or could be a potential business partner to whom you want to make a proposal or an offer. And you feel like you have a lot to offer, like you can really offer this person what they need when it comes to like finances, when it comes to like money and stability, but also when it comes to emotionally. but there is some doubt going on with you. I feel like the closer, or the closer this feels like it's coming to you, and the more realistic it starts to feel, the more you become convinced that it is possible, the more like doubts you start to have, and the more worries you start to have that the two of you might actually not be right for you. But I see that you do really desire a partnership with this person, like I said, whether that is a romantic interest or a business partnership. And I see that this person is likely a part of your friend group, or your friend knows this person and you know them through your friend basically, but you haven't really approached them in a like direct way. They could be, like I said, part of your friendship group, but your friendship group is so big that you don't really like talk to everyone, so it's more like people are a friend of a friend. Like you are in this friendship group because your friend is their friend basically, and you've been feeling like you've been getting ready for this decision and to make this decision. And like I said, the closer this decision comes, the more worries you start to have, and the more it starts to worry you. Next up we have the Two of Swords, so another 2. So pile number 4. If you are asking, or if you are wondering whether you made the right decision or what is the right choice, like the answer is that it's up to you. Like you have to make this decision. Like the universe is not going to decide for you. This has to be something that you do yourself. If you want to make an offer to this person, then do it. Like we have the Ace of Cups, so there definitely is potential for the start of a relationship. There is that Ace of Cups, there is that opportunity, but if you keep doubting yourself too much, then you will remain stuck in the energy of the Seven of Swords, and you're only going to sabotage yourself even more. You're going to, like, your doubts and your worries are going to sabotage you, are going to, like, not make you happy, basically. So I feel like you need to get out of this situation, out of this vibe, like that for some reason that you are either not good enough for this person, or you don't have enough to offer them. But I see that there are moments when you are totally convinced of yourself, or you're totally convinced that you are the right person for them, and then at other times you start to doubt that. Like I said, the decision, you have to make it. Let me pull another oracle card for you guys. We have the card Listen to Your Intuition. So again, for the choice you want to make, listen to your intuition. I think that at those moments that you feel confident and you are sure that you are going to approach this person and make an offer, that is when your intuition is speaking to you. That is when your mind is clear. And at those times that you start to feel doubtful and start to worry, that is when your ego is starting to take over, because you are approaching, like I said in the general reading before, like we are approaching a time of change, and your ego is afraid of change. It's afraid of losing that stability, no matter how silly it may seem. But you need to put those doubts and put those worries to rest. We also have the card Don't Stop. So exactly whenever you are feeling that confident and that good about yourself and that good about your person and the potential relationship you will have with them, that is when you are most authentic. That's when you are in tune with your intuition, and that is the direction that you need to keep going in. So group number 4, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this type of concept with the general collective reading, and also if you don't like it, it's you know, you're totally free to share your opinion. If you like this video, you can leave a like, you can subscribe to this channel to stay updated on future videos, and then perhaps we will see each other in the next video. Bye guys!